Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy. Our lecture is Isolation and Identification of Enterobacteriaceae and Pseudomonas, and this time this lecture is part 2. Objectives. After completing this exercise, the student will be able to perform the following objectives. First point is isolation of Enterobacteriaceae and Pseudomonas. Interpret the results of XLD agar and pseudocell agar. Next is identification of Pseudomonas. In this point, interpret the results of the following test. Tests are oxidase test, pigment production on pseudocell agar, fluorescence under ultraviolet light on pseudocell agar, and the last one is odor. Also recognize an organism as Pseudomonas aeruginosa. Next point is identification of Enterobacteriaceae using an enterotube tube. In this point, interpret the results of an enterotube tube and the result of API20E, and also identification software will be demonstrated. Next comes the oxidase test. In exercise 1 or lecture 1 of this particular series, you performed on your unknown an oxidase test using a TaxoN disk. Record the results of your oxidase test in the results section of today's exercise if you did not do so last time. Next point is the gram strain. In exercise 1, you also did a gram strain on your unknown. Next point is isolation of Enterobacteriaceae on XLD agar. Record the results of your XLD agar in the results section. Next point is isolation and identification of Pseudomonas on pseudocell agar. Here this point is repeated. These both are same points. In this point, record the enterotube 2 result. In this table, this is shown how the interpretation of the anterior tube is done. You can see these are the compartments. In the compartment 1, two reactions will take place, that is glucose fermentation and gas production. If the test is negative, then in the case of glucose fermentation, result will be of a red or orange color, while if the test is negative in the case of gas production, then wax not lifted. While if the test is positive in glucose fermentation, then the test will be of a yellow color, and in the case of gas lifted positive test, wax lifted. Remarks of first test are: for the glucose, any degree of yellow is positive. Acid end products from glucose fermentation turn the pH indicator from red or alkaline to yellow or acid. Remark for the gas are: positive is a definite and complete separation of the white wax overlay from the surface of the glucose medium. Detect gas from glucose fermentation. In compartment 2, reaction is lysine decarboxylase activity. If the test is negative, then color will be yellow, while if the test is positive, then it will be purple. Remark: any degree of purple is positive. Alkaline end products from the decarboxylation of lysine changes the pH indicator from pale yellow, that is acidic, to purple or alkaline. In compartment 3, ornithine decarboxylase activity reaction takes place. If it is negative, then yellow. In the case of positive, it is purple. Remark: any degree of purple is positive. Alkaline end products from the decarboxylation of ornithine changes the pH indicator from pale yellow, that is acid, to purple or alkaline. In compartment 4, two reactions takes place. First is hydrogen sulfide production, and if negative, then it is base, and in the case of positive, it is black. Second reaction is indole production, done last, and if negative, then it is colorless, and if positive, then it will be red. Remarks are given: hydrogen sulfide only a true black is positive. Reduction of thiosulfide produces hydrogen sulfide, which reacts with iron salt to produce black ferric sulfate. Remark for the second reaction: this test is not interpreted until all other compartments have been read. Covax reagent must be added before reading. Indole produced from the breakdown of tryptophan reacts with Covax reagent, turning it red. In the compartment 5, a reaction takes place is adonitol fermentation. If negative, then red or orange, and if positive, then it will be yellow. Remark is any degree of yellow is positive. Acid end products from adonitol fermentation turn the pH indicator from red or alkaline to yellow or acidic. In compartment 6, the reaction is lactose fermentation. If negative, then the color will be red or orange, and if positive, then it will be yellow. Remarks: any degree of yellow is positive. Acid end products from adonitol fermentation turn the pH indicator from red or alkaline to yellow or acidic. In compartment 7, the reaction is arabinose fermentation. If negative, then red, and if positive, then yellow. Remarks: any degree of yellow is positive. Acid end products from adonitol fermentation turn the pH indicator from red or alkaline to yellow or acidic. In compartment 8, the reaction is sorbitol fermentation. If negative, then red, and if positive, then yellow. Remarks: any degree of yellow is positive. Acid end products from adonitol fermentation turn the pH indicator from red or alkaline to yellow or acid. In compartment 9, it is not normally used, but if used, then a reaction takes place is Voges Proskauer. If negative, then it will be colorless, and if positive, then it will be red. A remark is this test is not used unless required later as confirmatory test. Acetone produced during the production of butylene glycol from glucose fermentation reacts with the added reagents KOH and alpha naphthol and turns red. In the compartment 10, two reactions takes place. First is dulcitol fermentation. If negative, then not yellow, and if positive, then yellow. And the second reaction is PA, and if negative, then not black or smoky grey, and if positive, then black or smoky grey. Remarks for the first reaction, that is dulcitol is yellow or pale yellow is positive. Any other color is negative. Acid from dulcitol fermentation turns the pH indicator from green to yellow. A remark for the second reaction, that is PA or pyruvic acid produced from deamination of phenylalanine reacts with ferric salts in the medium, turning it black. In compartment 11, the reaction is urea hydrolysis. If negative, then beige, and if positive, then red or purple color. Remarks: hydrolysis of urea forms ammonia, which causes the pH indicator to turn from yellow or acid to red or alkaline. In compartment 12, the reaction is citrate utilization. If negative, then green, and if positive, then blue. Here, interpretation of the results of glucose fermentation are given. First point is, interpret the results of glucose fermentation in compartment 1. Any yellow is positive, any red is negative. If positive, circle the number 2 under glucose on your result page. Point 2 is, interpret the results of gas production also in compartment 1. Wax lifted from agar is positive and wax not lifted from agar is negative. If positive, then circle the number 1 under gas on your results page. Third point is, interpret the results of lysine decarboxylase in compartment 2. Any purple indicates positive while yellow indicates negative. If positive, circle the number 4 under lysine on your results page. Fourth point is, interpret the results of ornithine decarboxylase in compartments 3. Any purple indicates positive and yellow indicates negative. If positive, circle the number 2 under ornithine on your result page. Point 5 is, interpret the results of hydrogen sulfide production in compartment 4. If true black, then it will be positive, and if it is beige, then it is negative. If positive, circle the number 1 under H2S on your results page. Interpret the results of dulcitol fermentation in compartment 10. If yellow, then positive, any other color, then it is negative. If positive, circle the number 1 under dulcitol on your result page. Although that all we are studying, we have already discussed in detail in these slides. You can see all of the tests are given in detail in every compartment how the test is done. You can also study from yourself. Still, I am reading and I am telling the process. Interpret the results of pyruvic acid deaminase also in compartment 10. If black or smoky grey, then it is positive. If any other color, then it is negative. If positive, then circle the number 4 under PA on your result page. Next is, interpret the results of urea hydrolysis in compartment 11. If red or purple, then it is positive, and if beige, then it is negative. If positive, then circle the number 2 under urea on your result page. Next is interpret the results of citrate utilization in compartment 12. Any blue, then positive. If any green, then negative. If positive, then circle the number 1 under citrate on your result page. Using a hot inoculating lube, burn a small hole in the top of compartment 4, that is S2S and indole, using a sterile pasture pipette. Add 2 to 3 drops of Covax reagent to the indole test by dropping it through the hole. If pink or red, then it is positive, and if it's colorless, then negative. If positive, circle the number 4 under indole on your result page. Add all the circled number in each bracketed section and enter the sum in the space provided below the arrow on your result page. Locate the 5-digit number in the computer coding and identification system booklet and find the best identification in the column entitled ID value. ID value should more than one organism be listed. The confirmatory test indicated in the CCIS, that is computer coding and identification system, would normally then have to be performed. In addition, an identification of Salmonella or Shigella would usually be confirmed by direct serological testing. If there are any problems, consult your instructor. Every student should do a complete set of results for 3 different unknown today, Pseudomonas aeruginosa and 2 different Enterobacteriaceae. This is how your result table will look like. You can see whenever you will do a test, like this is an oxidase test, you have to write if this test is positive or negative. You have to write description of immediate test and a description of delayed test. These all data will be provided to you whenever you will do all tests in lab. In laboratory, you will have to write these results like this. For the gram stain test, you have to write gram reaction. If it comes purple, then gram positive, and if comes pink, then it is gram negative. You have to write particular column. Growth on pseudocell agar. If growth positive or negative, you have to write it in this column, and you have to write conclusion also. If the test is pigment on pseudocell, then you have to write pigment positive or negative in this column and color and solubility of pigments in this particular column. If you are doing fluorescence or pseudocell agar under ultraviolet light, then you have to write fluorescence in this column. Next is odor or pseudocell agar test. You will have to write description of odor in this particular section in your laboratory whenever you are doing this test. Enterotube 2. You can see this will look something like this. All the tests like this is citrate, urea, PA, dulcitol, sorbitol, and all these tests will look something like this. By these tests, you have to write ID values in these columns, something like these columns. You will write ID values. You can see this on this table. These are compartments, and you can see this is first compartment, this is second compartment, and what is the reaction taking place in this particular compartment, everything is given on this table. By this you can easily identify the organism. This will give you identity of organism. For the result interpretation, if the oxidase test performed on the unknown on exercise 1 was positive, then record the results here. You have to record all your results on these columns. If the oxidase test performed on the unknown on exercise 1 was negative, then you have to record all the results in these. You can see the differences in these. If this test is positive, then you have to record this test, and if it comes negative, you have to record this test and also their results. If negative, then same things will be written down in your result table. If result is positive or negative, you have to write description of immediate test and delayed test. Also in gram stain you have to write whether it is purple or whether it is pink. You have to also write shape of the bacteria. In case growth on pseudocell agar, you have to write whether growth is positive or negative, and also what is the conclusion of your result whenever you are working in the laboratory. You have to write pigment on pseudocell whether it is positive or negative, and also what is the color and the solubility of pigment. Next comes fluorescence on pseudocell agar under ultraviolet light, and in this test you have to write your fluorescence. Remember, we are studying all these tests whenever our test was negative. You have to write odor on pseudocell agar, and description of odor is to write. In the case of antirotive, like it is just like we have studied in our previous slide. You have to read this antirotive. All the compartments are given. You have to write ID values, and identification of organism is done. Next comes, if the oxidase test performed on the unknown on exercise 1 was a negative, record the results here. These results are for the oxidase test. So if oxidase test is positive, negative, you have to write here. Description of immediate and late test you have to write here. In the case of gram stain, you have to write whether it is purple or pink, and also the shape of the bacteria. On the XLD agar, you have to write the growth was positive or negative. You have to write conclusion whether it is gram positive or gram negative. You have also to write the description of colonies and probable organisms which are present on the XLD agar. You have to read antirotive as we described in our previous slides. So thank you very much guys for watching this session. Follow ITLS Academy on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, WhatsApp, and also on LinkedIn. For latest videos and updates, you can subscribe ITLS Academy on YouTube. You can also get it on Google Play Store. Thank you very much again for watching. Guys, like, share and subscribe ITLS Academy. For any help or query, you can call us on our helpline number, that is 7080833450. You can also reach us on www.itlsacademy.com. Thank you very much.